Back here on Get Up, El Duncan, Kevin Nagani back with you. Closeout game here for the Bucks, taking on the Bulls. Game 5, Bucks up 3-1 in the series. Bobby Portis with the miss. Giannis, think again. How about 16 points in the paint in the first half? I mean, all this talk about losing Chris Middleton after game 2, well, everybody stepping up and then led by the train that is Giannis in the lane. My goodness, they were up by 16 after 1. Early in the second quarter, Giannis in the paint, 3 defenders. What are you going to do? What? You can't stop it. 23 points in the first half, the most points in the first half in his playoff career. They're up by 18 at the break, under 2 to play in the quarter. Giannis floating. Average in the series, 29 points, 13 rebounds, 6 dimes, shot 57% from the floor, finished with 33 points. And the Bucks, gentlemen sweep, 4 games to 1, 116 to 100. According to Caesars Sportsbook, the defending champs have the 3rd shortest odds to come out of the East. The Celtics are currently the favorites to win the conference, while the Heat are just ahead of the Bucks. Hahn, Monica McNutt, back with us here. So, Monica, when you look at this matchup, because up next here for the Bucks, those Celtics, what is the single biggest factor you're looking forward to watching in that series?
I cannot wait to see how Ime Udoka and company game plan defensively for Giannis. Now, bear in mind, Kevin, the Nets relied so heavily on iso ball that it played perfectly into what the Celtics wanted to do in terms of their athletes and their scheme. The Bucks don't rely on iso as much. In fact, Giannis has gotten about 20% of his points that he scored versus the Celtics in transition, and it is so hard to guard in transition with a guy like Giannis, who you mentioned is a train coming down the lane, right? And so I'm curious to see, will they try to make this series physical with the bumps we saw them use against Kevin Durant? And then what will Giannis's response to that be? He has a much more complete supporting cast than Kevin Durant had. So I cannot wait to see this defensive X's and O's in this one.
Alan, that supporting cast, they've been fantastic. I do want to hear your thoughts here with the guys around Giannis in helping him, especially with Middleton still out. Looks like they're going to reevaluate the situation next Wednesday, so it looks like he'll miss at least the first 2 games with this sprained MCL.
Yeah, and game 7 of this series, I believe, is May 15th, so there is a lot of time for him to get back if he can. But listen, the Bucks are 5-0 this season without one of their big 3, including Drew Holiday. So they are learning and have learned to play without their main guys. But it's still, you're certainly going to miss Chris Middleton. But what you have now are guys like Pat Connaughton, like Grayson Allen, who are knocking down those open shots. You have Bobby Portis, even with the glasses on, the bifocals Bobby knocking down threes as well as a stretch guy. That's also important. Brook Lopez and that matchup is going to be big as well. But the factor you have to watch in this series is a player that the Celtics brought back into the fold, and that's Al Horford. Al Horford was used in the past when Brad Stevens was coach as a bit of a Giannis stopper. And that is something to watch here as well. Do they employ that same defense? Because watch how that goes. You know what else watching this series, Monica? When does Grayson Allen do something to get the Boston crowd against him? And if it's against Peyton Pritchard, he might not get out of the building. But you know that's coming in this series.
It is definitely inevitable.
Yeah, I'm predicting game 2, a tangle up with Marcus Smart in the Garden, shades of Danny Ainge on the other side here because he fits that mold. And let's talk about the star for the Celtics, Monica. What are the expectations here for Jason Tatum, especially after we saw that emotional series sweep against KD and the Nets?
Well, you can imagine that Jason Tatum probably will be heavily guarded by Drew Holiday, who's the Bucks' best on-ball defender. And so he's going to have an opportunity to sort of continue to ascend in the conversation of the greats currently in the league. I thought through that series, and I'm almost willing to say through the playoffs, as far as a two-way guy, Jason Tatum had provided the most complete performance on both sides of the basketball. And so he's going to be called on heavily to navigate guarding Giannis Antetokounmpo on the other side, because that's going to be a collaborative effort indeed.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.